Hi, this is Jennifer Scrappy and Kane. Welcome back to my channel today. I'm going to share a double 8.5 by 11 layout. This is using a kit by Simple Stories. I have 3 photos of my son on his first Christmas opening presents. And I only have 3 photos, but I'm going to do a double page layout because they are 4 by 6. And I don't want to trim very much down from them. So they're going to be kind of large. And you saw I show you an example of the layout I'm going to create. My layout is going to look a little bit different. I do have a different title. I'm going to use Feliz Navidad since that's what his bib says in the photo. And I thought it was kind of cute. I'm going to go ahead and paint that with Shimmer's paint and black acrylic paint. And then I have little chipboard snowflakes, a present, a Christmas tree, a little title piece that says, "Oh, what fun," another little title piece that says, "Ho, ho, ho," and a little Santa that is so cute. I love Santa Claus, so I love using Santa Claus on a layout. I also have the fireplace, and that's going to be it for the embellishments. I have these 2 large circles that came from the kit. And then this paper here is a strip that's pre-made, and it has the green border at the top and then the pink ho 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 in the middle. I don't really care for the pink ho 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 on this layout, so I'm going to change that up. This is the background paper. It is pre-made. I'm going to cut it down basically a quarter of an inch, or sorry, a half an inch at the top and half an inch at the bottom, and then a half an inch on the left hand side to make all the mint color border match. And then on the right hand side, the mint border is larger anyways. I'm going to pull this red border here to cover up the pink ho ho ho. And I will have to trim that one down, the ho 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 one, to make it a little bit slimmer so that it'll fit that red border. But that's okay because I'm going to need a little bit more room on the layout anyways to pull it off as far as 8.5 by 11. So here I have it ready to go. I have the border strip already cut, and I'm just going to piece it together, and then it'll look like that instead. And so I'm going to put it right on top of each other and just glue it together with ATG. And then I'm going to put the red border right on top of that. And it is a little bit thinner, the green line on the top and the bottom, than it originally was. And again, that's because I'm doing 8.5 by 11. So I need it to be a little bit smaller in size to leave a little bit more room for my photos. So here I'm adding the red border, and then the circle is going to go at the bottom of the layout and then up at the top on the right hand side. So kind of sort of where it's already laid out, but a little bit down more. And I do need to trim that off just a little bit more. I trim my layouts down just by I think it's like 1/8 of an inch or so shorter than 11 inches by 8.5. And that's just because they go into the page protector a little bit better since I use play foam and other stuff to pop up embellishments. That just keeps it from getting caught on the page protector. So here I added the circle, and I will need to move the border down just slightly, but I don't realize that yet. So I'm going to go ahead and add the other border on the right hand side, not realizing that eventually I will have to move it. But I'm trying to get this one to line up. I thought it would be best to place it over the top of this one, but I kind of can't get it to lay flat, so it's kind of tricky. But eventually I get it done. And then I'm going to add the red border on there, and I will add it to the right hand side. So this was kind of cute, and I kind of like the way that it turned out. No, I really like the way that it turned out, not kinda. I really like the way that it turned out. And it was fairly simple to create, with the exception of course, having to trim everything down and make it fit an 8.5 by 11. But the embellishments that were in this kit were a lot. And I actually have another layout that I will put up tomorrow, and that is a double 8.5 by 11 also. And then on the 19th, I will have another layout or another video that will have 3 layouts, but they will all be single page layouts. but they're going to be using the leftovers from this kit. And basically, I have so much leftovers because I'm not doing 12 by 12. But even if you were doing 12 by 12, I still think you would have quite a few embellishments left over, at least to create one more single 12 by 12 layout, because it gives you a lot of embellishments that you don't use on the layouts in the examples that they show. So here I'm going to place Santa Claus over here, and that's when I realized that I need to go down a little bit further because Santa needs a little bit more room. So that's the reason that I needed it to go down a little bit more. So that looks a little bit better. Santa's not so much at the same level as the photo, but a little bit below the photo, and that just makes it look better. So that's what I decided to do there. This one here, I'm going to move the circle just a little bit further down. I keep playing with this circle and I'm like, nope, I didn't like it there, so I moved it down just a little bit more. There, looks a little bit better. And then, like I said, Santa's going to go there. I'm going to place a present over here by Santa, but I'll decide to move that present in a moment. But that's where it's sitting for right now. And then the Feliz Navidad, like I said, I painted it with Shimmer's paints and black acrylic paint, and I mixed them together. And the only reason I do that is because it makes your black acrylic paint look glossy without using anything else to spray over it and make it glossy. So I like the way that that looks. And then this photo is going to overlap the other layout just slightly, like probably a half an inch. And then I'm going to put the little Christmas tree up here. In the example, it shows the Christmas tree down at the bottom in between the 3 photos. But I'm not going to have 3 photos at the bottom. I'm only going to have one larger photo that's almost 6 inches because I didn't cut very much of it off. And then the little fireplace I'm going to place over here in the corner, since again it doesn't fit at the top with Santa like they show in the example, but also because I put the Christmas tree up there, it's definitely not going to fit up there. And so Feliz Navidad is going to cross over the middle. The A and the D, I believe, will be on the other layout or the other side. So, and then journaling, I will place up there at the top in between the 2 photos above the banner that says, "Oh, what fun." I just thought that was kind of cute. I'm going to lay a little poinsettia over here at the top corner of the bottom right-hand photo. And so all of my embellishments kind of go at a diagonal. They really go only at the bottom or the top of the photos, and then in the left-hand side corner at the bottom, and then the right-hand corner at the top. So it definitely kind of has a diagonal look to it for the embellishment. I'm adding play foam to the ho 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 since Santa's kind of up a little bit higher than he would be because he's on top of the photo. So if I put play foam on the ho ho ho, then it can go right on top of Santa. And the chipboard in this kit is also very thin. I actually like the chipboard in this kit. I wish Simple Stories regular chipboard was this thin. It's almost as thin as paper, like, but just a little bit sturdier. So I really like that. In Santa, I added a couple of pieces of cardstock, not play foam, but just cardstock paper scraps. And that was, again, because it's the same, I want it to be the same level as the photo. And the tree is flat. The circle is flat. The little snowflakes are chipboard. And I'm just going to put one by Santa's face, one on top of the tree as an ornament, and then one over here at the bottom of the tree. And then the ho ho ho, and the little poinsettia over here at the photo. And then I'm going to do snowflake over here by Feliz Navidad. And I believe I'm almost done. The only thing I'm going to do is glue everything down. And pretty much that's going to be it. But like I said, I really enjoyed the kit. I like the way that it turned out. Unfortunately, Simple Stories no longer makes these kits. I picked this one up at Tuesday morning before they closed. But you guys might have some of these in your stash, and just gives you an idea that you don't have to create it exactly how they show you. You can definitely change it up. I know tomorrow's layout I already finished, and it definitely looks different than the example that they show, but I still was able to get quite a few photos on it and quite a few embellishments. And like I said, that's one thing I like is they added a lot of embellishments on this one here. Originally, it has a snowman on this side, and I just don't think it kind of looks like a double page layout. Like it almost looks like you could use it as two single layouts. So, you know, I guess if you don't use all the embellishments and you do like I did, kind of break them up into categories, you definitely get more layouts done with it. So Feliz Navidad, since I painted it with acrylic paint, it was just on white cardstock. It kind of curled up just slightly, but gluing it down with the Scotch tacky glue kind of makes it lay flat, but it is kind of still curled up, at least on the capital N and the F. And then all the other letters are pretty much flat. And once it goes in the page protector, of course, it'll be flat completely. But I like the way that it looks. So I'm just gonna keep adding these on. And like I said, I am almost done. I decided not to add sequins just because the photos are kind of busy. So I find when the photos are a little bit more busy, sequins add to the busyness. And I definitely don't want to add any distractions on the layout to take your eye away from the photos. So this one I didn't think needed any sequins on it. And it doesn't really have any little touches except for the snowflakes, but they're kind of on the larger side. But they're definitely your embellishment that go around the layout, so it takes your eye around the layout. And then these little tiny like sparkles on the lighter green colored paper actually are kind of a finishing touch too, but they were already on the paper. So that just kind of works, and I like the way that it looks. I'm trying to explain a little bit more of, why I do what I do, but it's really hard. I just kind of look at it and go with it, and whatever looks good to me, that's what I go with. So explaining it is definitely a little bit hard. So here you can see in the example, I kind of kept the title in the same place. I put it a little bit lower. Santa I kept over here to the right hand side, but I moved the fireplace down at the bottom. And then the little tree I took from the bottom and moved it up by Santa. And then the Oh What Fun, they had a red poinsettia. I used a green poinsettia instead to add that green mint color over there. And I also placed it down closer to the title since I placed my title down lower. And then I changed my journaling spot up to be up by the photos. So I hope you guys like the layout that I created today. And like I said, I'll have the other layout up tomorrow. That's using the other double kit that's in this kit. And I'm going to make another double 8.5 by 11 layout. So I will see you tomorrow. Bye.